DreAllDay.com.
Dre Baldwin, DreAllDay.com. Today's daily motivation is about time pressure. Not just any kind of time pressure, extreme time pressure. That's today's topic. And the reason why extreme time pressure is a good thing is what I'm gonna sell you on this idea here in this short daily motivation video. The reason why extreme time pressure is a good idea is because, first of all, let's take this from a logical perspective. Logical perspective is we only have a certain amount of time in life, right? Everybody agrees to that every human being eventually dies. As far as what we know, current science, nobody can live forever. Everybody, eventually your time expires, which means your time is not unlimited. However, a lot of people operate as if they have time when nobody knows exactly how much time they have. Most people don't know the exact date they're going to die, right? So anytime that you're taking your time, and what most people mean when they say taking their time, that means going slow. Taking your time doesn't have to be slow, but that's usually what people mean when they say it, right? Take your time, right? Don't go fast, don't rush. And I'm not saying that you need to rush, but you do need to be under extreme time pressure. What extreme time pressure means, you need to give yourself a sense of urgency with respect to time to get things done as much as you can get done, as quickly as you can get it done. Now, here's the thing. Many people left to their own devices think that what they're doing is working with urgency and that they are getting things done as quickly as they can get them done, when that's usually not the case. And the reason why it's not the case is because you're left to your own devices. When you are your own trainer, you're never going to push yourself as hard as you could. When you are your own trainer, you will never push yourself as hard as you could be pushed. I'm not saying you could push yourself harder. You might have pushed yourself as hard as you possibly can. I don't think you're lying if you believe that. Now, could you push yourself harder? Well, we all probably go a little bit harder on ourselves. But here's the point. You will be pushed to further levels by other people than you ever would be by yourself. And this is the reason why training, coaching, masterminds, etc. exists. And this is the reason why the people who are doing the best, making the most, achieving the most, and doing the most to move things forward, notice that they all invest in these kind of things. They all get around other people who are playing the game at a high level. Why? So they can keep pushing themselves to a higher level by being around other higher level individuals. And a lot of people who are at the mediocre level but want to get better and are not actually doing it, they're all trying to do everything on their own. You notice that? And you think that's a coincidence? Well, I'm here to let you know that it's not. And then the point here is extreme time pressure forces you to be more efficient with your time, more effective with what you actually get done, and it forces you to confront the reality that your time is not unlimited, which means when you confront that reality and accept it, you usually start getting a whole lot more done. You become a lot more productive. Excuse me. You become a lot more effective, and your time efficiency goes up, meaning in a day you're getting more done than you used to get done in 3 days or in a week. All because you are now paying attention to that variable that you don't have control of, which is time, because it goes at the same pace no matter what you do, right? And you're going to run out of it at some point no matter what you do. And that's the great equalizer amongst all of us, is that we all have the same amount of time. So when you put yourself under extreme time pressure, this will move you to do all the stuff that you've been talking about doing, thinking about doing, wanting to do, but you aren't actually doing. Now, here's the issue with this. Because many people hear this phrase, extreme time pressure, and that's the exact opposite of what you want. I know people personally who have even said to me, maybe not in the exact words I'm going to use, but pretty close, I don't want to be under pressure. I don't want to ever feel like I'm under pressure to get things done. I don't want to feel like I'm being pressured to execute or to produce or to get things done or to get this thing finished or to go do it. I don't want to feel like I'm under pressure, because that frazzles me and it makes me nervous, and then I make mistakes and all the things that people like to say. Some of you who are watching this video, I'm talking about you. I don't want to feel like I'm under pressure, so I don't want to be forced to do stuff, etc., etc., etc. And I talk to a lot of people who say things like this. And here's what I want you to understand, especially if you're one of these people. Most people think that same way, so don't feel bad because you got a lot of company. Most people think that way. They don't want to be under pressure with anything because they feel like is going to make them make mistakes, and they don't want to feel like they're under pressure and they're being, somebody's breathing down their neck, and et cetera, et cetera. Here's the counterpoint to that point. You don't want to find yourself having too much in common with most people on most subjects, especially when it comes to success, growth, money, accomplishment, and achievement. Anything that involves those areas, you don't want to have the same mindset that most people have. Most people have the mindset of, I don't want to be under pressure. I don't want to feel like I'm being pushed. I don't want to feel like I have to get certain things done in a certain amount of time. That's how most people think when it comes to something like pressure combined with time. You should want to do it simply because it's the opposite of what most people do. And if you do the opposite of what most people do in most areas involving achievement, success, growth, money, accomplishment, you'll end up having what most people don't have. And most people are not successful, by the way, just so you understand, by your definition of success. However you define it, most people ain't got it, right? So this is why you want to be under extreme time pressure, even if up to this point in your life, you've never even considered this to be something that you would actually want, or something that you would sign up for, or something that you would want somebody else to impose upon you. Good news is you don't have to have anybody else impose this upon you, but you have to impose it upon yourself. And if you are not capable of doing that yourself, be honest with yourself. If you're not, go get with people or a person who is capable of doing this, or who are capable of doing it, because this time pressure, no matter how you get it, where you get it from, or how they do it, will help you achieve at the level that you want to achieve. And again, whether you do it or not, your time's going to run out at some point. And all that's going to matter is what you did, not what you could have did, not what you thought about doing, not what you were trying to avoid. All that's going to matter is what you did. And if you did nothing with the time that you have, that's all that's going to be said about you. Actually, nothing's going to be said because you didn't do anything. Nobody's going to remember you. You die and everybody's going to forget. That's what's going to happen. And if I'm lying, somebody let me know. So with that said, I send out a text message called Daily Motivation. Also send out weekly motivation every Monday, guaranteed to have you focused, sharp, and on point. You want to get that message, text me at my number, 305-384-6894. Every time that message goes out, you'll be getting it straight to your phone, free of charge. At least at a weekly motivation. Daily motivation will tell you how you can get that if you want to get it. It's optional. And then make sure you subscribe to this channel so you're getting all the videos that we put out here. Obviously, it's called a daily motivation, the video. So you know how that works and how it goes. So that's it. Everybody, work on your game. Dre all day.